Hi there, Claudette Chenevert, the Stepmom Coach, and I'm here to talk today with Lisa Hanold about internet security. And so before I start, I'm here to help stepmoms build and create stronger and healthier step-family relationships one step at a time. And I do this by providing you with information, resources, and guidelines to help you understand what your role is as a mom, as a stepmom, as a parent, as a wife, woman, partner. So today I'd like to introduce you to Lisa Hanold, who is an online safety advocate, who is passionate about keeping kids safe online. Oh, yes, for sure. Mm. Teaches parents, educators, and organizations how to be the guardrails of the information superhighway by setting up boundaries for kids online. We all need this. She's a positive, disciplined parent educator and is in the trenches of a parent of 3 digital natives of her own. So you can find Lisa at www.parentingdigitalnatives.com. So welcome, Lisa, to our conversation today.
Thank you, Claudette. It's good to be here.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. So today we're going to talk about something that's really important that I saw on Facebook not too long ago, and it's the MoMo challenge. Now, I'm sure you've heard of it, and if you haven't, we're going to talk a little bit about what the MoMo challenge is, and I'll let Lisa go more in depth about it. But I think it's really important to talk about whether it's true or not, because there's a lot of controversy about this. We need to talk about internet security and to keep our kids, our stepkids, our grandkids safe from what's out there. So Lisa, tell us a little bit more about the MoMo challenge.
I would encourage parents to Google the MoMo challenge just for the picture that comes up. Don't have kids in the room.
No.
It's a frightening picture, and the graphics go along with the premise that MoMo is a person who encourages kids to kill themselves. So it's a suicide challenge. It's completely frightening for anyone that hears that. Adults immediately freak out. It's a freak out moment for us. Yep. The thing is, it started last year, 2018. It started on the WhatsApp app. Very few people actually saw it. There are a few suicides that are attributed to it. The details are really sketchy. Then fast forward to this year, it started resurfacing in January. The news media took it on, and it was everywhere for a few weeks in the news. And they said that it was on YouTube. YouTube has since come out to say, no, it's not. We can't find it anywhere. I dare you to find a screenshot, get a screenshot, and share it with us because we don't believe it's on our platform. We've scrubbed it. We can't find it. Whether or not it's there, this is a great opportunity to talk to our kids about online security and safety, and that the kids can approach us at any time, even if they're embarrassed, even if they're ashamed, even if they think they did something wrong. We're still here. There's nothing that's going to make us love them less, and we need to be that resource for them. The suicide rate for kids, for teenagers, is climbing every year, and we need to pay attention and stop the suicides from happening, stop the self-harm from happening. One way to do that is to be that resource for kids. If you're not a parent, you can still be that resource as a mentor and a leader in the community.
I love what you shared, because as a stepmom, you know, I see our role often as being a role model, as a person that kids can come to and share what's going on, because sometimes at home it may not be, or for some kids it may not feel safe or positive to go and share what's going on with another parent. And so, you know, your role as a step parent is very important, especially in this, where if you can be a sounding board for your stepkids. And my kids are adults and so have children of their own, so they haven't gone through this. But I have grandchildren who are on YouTube and watch the YouTube kid channel. And although I have objections, I'm not the person who is raising these kids, but I can share some information and resource about some of why I am concerned. And one of the reasons why we're doing this interview series is to help people get the resources and information they need. So tell us a little bit more, Lisa, on how we can approach these conversations, or what can we do to prevent this MoMo challenge? Because when I saw that picture, as a mature adult, I was really scared. I can't imagine what kids go through when they see this, but I was really scared.
Yes. The first thing, and it depends on the age of the kids, right? The first thing is to approach kids and ask if they've seen anything weird, anything scary in their online travels. Have you ever seen something that told you to do something that didn't feel right, or a weird picture that came up, or something scary? Have you ever seen anything like that that seemed out of place in what you were doing? The MoMo challenge was reportedly in Peppa Pig and things that are completely meant for kids. The videos are meant for kids, and then this thing pops up, supposedly. So the first thing is to get curious with your kids. No judgment, just have you seen weird things, or have you noticed anything different or scary, and talk through it. And any adult can do this.
And you brought a good point, right? It doesn't have to be the MoMo challenge. It could be anything that's inappropriate, right? It could be from suggestive conversation to inappropriate behaviors, actions. Pedophiles love to hang out on channels children hang out in. And so we need to have that conversation with our children, our stepchildren, grandchildren, in letting them understand what is appropriate behavior. So again, we're talking about setting healthy boundaries for the kids that we're around, right? Let them understand what is a healthy boundary. What does that look like? What does that look like whether you're online, on the internet, on your phone, even in person? You know, what is okay to have people have conversations over? What is it okay for people to share photos or information about? And what is not okay? Those kinds of conversation are important to start as early as possible in a way that children can understand what we're talking about. And as you said, Lisa, without judgment or criticism, right? We're not there to judge the children for what they saw, what they heard. You know, it's not their fault. So we need to invite them to share with us in a way they feel comfortable and that they can trust us in the conversation.
The other piece of the question is about peer pressure. Is about, have your friends ever asked you to share something that didn't feel right, or send a picture that didn't feel right or wasn't in our family value? You know, like, have that conversation too, and talk about being a leader, what it means to be a leader, and make your own decisions based on your values.
I love that, right? Because we're helping our children to think for themselves. That may mean that sometimes they may not agree with what we're saying, but if you're having a conversation about what are the values that are beneficial for all of us rather than just a few, whether we agree with them totally, I mean, there are some things that as we grow, our values shift and change. It doesn't mean you allow the person to be a bad person, but it may just mean you don't agree on everything, and that's okay as well, as long as everybody's safe, everybody's secure. And if you're talking about young children, these are guidelines under your house, under your home, that you know you ask them to follow. for their security and safety. So how can people find out on how to be more safe and secure and ask those important questions when it comes to these kinds of challenges?
The best place to go is on Facebook. You can follow me at Parenting Digital Natives, and I post things like the MoMo challenge as they come up and they're topical. I'll post some conversation points as there are other apps or danger points. Those get into my posts as well. I want parents, step-parents, grandparents, I want community to be involved as adults in the conversation. So that's a really great place for resources to go.
Excellent. And so what is your website that people can go and see more about what you do as well?
ParentingDigitalNatives.com.
Well, thank you, Lisa. And if you want to have more information about step families and blended families, you can find me at stepmomcoach.com. You can also use the hashtag stepmomcoach. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, just about everywhere on the internet. So I hope you enjoyed this conversation. There's a lot for us to learn, and if you enjoyed it, please share it with your friends and your family, co-workers, anybody who has children who might benefit from this information. All right, well, thank you very much, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, Claudette.